This was not built for you to live in. It was constructed for you to ply your trade. Many years ago, when the then government run away from downtown Kingston, they move out every single government entity out of downtown Kingston. The state abandoned downtown Kingston. It was the vendors and a few that stayed and remained loyal to downtown Kingston. So those now who want to come and want to take away from the people who struggle to maintain, they never run. Only thing they do, they lie down on their belly and pray that no gunshot no reach them. These people must be respected and given the credit that they so richly deserve. This was Edward Siaga's dream. It was a dream that he started. And it is a dream that I am glad, working with Mayor Williams and working with the UDC, that we were able to fulfill his dream to give the vendors a decent location to sell. And when I say to sell, I mean to sell fish product, not to sell ganja, not to sell coal, not to sell clothes. It is to sell fish. I am giving the vendors notice. This was not built for you to live in. It was constructed for you to ply your trade.
Bless up again, my viewers and my sub. Welcome back to another upload. Right now, my viewers and my sub. So with no further ado, continue to like, share, subscribe, leave your thoughts and your comments down below in the comment section. Then again, if you don't want to leave a comment, you can just leave the flag from the country where you represent. So right now, my viewers and my sub, we are going to touch up on the whole Blackman, Clansman, gang trial. Blackman refused to participate in ID parade, say cops. Andre Blackman Bryan, the alleged leader of the Wandan faction of the Clansman gang, refused to participate in an identification parade in July 2019, leaving the police with no other option but to use his passport. The disclosure was made on Tuesday during the trial of the 33 alleged members of the gang in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston. On Tuesday morning, Bryan, who is being represented by lawyer Lloyd McFarlane, gave permission for a statement from a police investigator to be read into evidence by the court's registrar. The statement allegedly that the alleged gang leader refused twice to participate in an identification parade. As a result, the officer chose a different route by using the accused man's passport to show a particular witness to identify Bryan. A reason for refusal was not given in court, but McFarlane later indicated to the reporters that Bryan did not wish to participate in the ID parade due to his lawyer being absent on the day. Additionally, Bryan was not notified about the identity of the witness who was to be pointing him out. Meanwhile, two civilian witnesses describe how a man was taken out at a supermarket in St. Catherine in August the 15, 2017. The witnesses were employees of the establishment at the time of the incident. The court heard the deceased man, Damian Forrester, was also an employee of the same supermarket at the time of his demise. The first witness testified that Forrester was shot as they were leaving the supermarket on the night. They were on a route to take a taxi together when the shooting occurred. The man said he and Forrester were walking shoulder to shoulder, talking when he heard bang bang and then saw his co-worker lying on the ground. In shock, the man said he ran back into the supermarket and said, "John Star, I was just gone." According to the male civilian witness, he remained in the supermarket some minutes as he saw he was still in shock. He gathered himself and left the supermarket, passing the body of his co-worker laying on the ground in the same spot. By that time, the police were passing the crime scene. He said he has not seen Forrester since that time. The male witness was then shown Forrester's photo by a prosecutor, after which confirmed that Forrester, was the one that shot the night. A female civilian witness then took the witness stand and corroborated some aspect of the testimony of the first civilian witness. According to the woman, she heard multiple gunshots about 5 minutes after Forrester and the male civilian witness left work that night. The woman recounted that she saw other staff members running back into the supermarket in shock. She later pressed a security button to alert security guard. Within minutes of that being done, the woman said the police and security guard were on the scene. The female witness said she left an hour later and passed Forrester's lifeless body on the road. It was clad in a white shirt and black pants, which was the uniform given to him for work. Like the first civilian witness, the woman also identified Forrester's photo when shown to her by prosecutors. She also confirmed that it was the same man that was taken out that night. Brian and 31 other women are being tried in the Home Circuit Court under Criminal Justice Suppression Criminal Organization Act 2014, better known as the Anti-Gang Legislation, and an indictment with 25 counts. They have been charged with multiple offenses, including being a part of a criminal organization, illegal possession of a firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, facilitating and conspiracy. The offenses were allegedly committed between January the 1st, 2015 and June 2019 in the parish of St. Catherine. Some of you as I'm so this is a sticky situation. But viewers, I'm a sub. We have more updates for you now. So please stick around because the updates them not done. But right now, my viewers, I'm a sub. We have a breaking news for you right now. West End, St. James, police raid couple houses and find over 35 firearms, ammunitions, and a whole lot of money, my viewers, I'm a sub. So that is a breaking news. That news is to come up next in another upload, my viewers, I'm a sub. So please stay tuned for that update where we'll be giving you a full details on that situation, my viewers, I'm a sub. So please stay tuned for that and many more to come. 2 weeks ago, Jamaica Defense Force JDF Private Jermaine Ross came face to face with death. On November the 25th, he was badly injured in a hit and run while on duty at the Greenwood checkpoint in Montego Bay area of St. James. The incident left him with 2 broken legs, among the other injuries, resulting in him being bedridden since that time. The driver who mowed down the young soldier remains at large as the police are continuing their investigation. Speaking from the JDF's upper camp headquarters in St. Andrew, the 29-year-old recalled that on that night, the tragedy, gunshots were heard while he and his colleague were on duty, sometimes after midnight. Base On the sounds, the soldiers made the decision to check the vehicles that were passing. Around 12:30, there about he saw four cars approaching the checkpoint, and we tried to slow them down. They stopped for a second and then take time approaching the checkpoint, and then they were driven across and across in the road. Recounted the Tower Hill St. Andrew resident. The cars tried to hit down one of my colleagues first, and he jumped out of the road. And just as I about to jump out of the road also, a car hit me and broke my 2 feet and dislocate my right hand, he said. According to Ross, the impact of the vehicle on his body resulted in him being flung into the air and landing on top of a sidewalk. The car did not stop. While laying on the sidewalk, he said another car grazed him as it passed it. None of the vehicles stopped. In that moment, Ross said he felt a lot of pain. What shocked me is when my colleague, take me up and I see my foot a dangle cause the right foot, the ankle broke off. They had to cut off the uniform off of my leg because of the pain I was going through. Ross, who was still obviously in pain, told the news. Asked whether he was fearful of dying. At that point, the soldier responded, "At that time, I have my 2-month-old son, and I use him as a motivation." Ross was transferred to the Falmouth Hospital in Trelawney, where he said he spent a week undergoing several medical procedures. And as side and hip was broken as well, and his left leg and right ankle, which has since been pinned to hold in place. Some of you as I'm a sub, why? Ross was eventually transferred to Upper Camp in St. Andrew, where he remains to receive further care and treatment. He is also receiving the assistance and support of his family members. In the result, too, his future in the JDF, Ross remains hopeful. The doctors will have to do a lot of therapy, the soldier said, with the pain evident in his voice as he spoke. Meanwhile, he described as an unfortunate to be alive. Some of you as I'm a sub, there you go, there you have it. That's a very shocking moment, my viewers, I'm a sub. Thank God though I'm still alive.